Hello everyone! Before I start my presentation, let me tell you something about myself. My name is soyeon Kim and my major is urban planning and engineering. Today I'm going to tell you about carbon neutrality. My presentation's primary purpose is to communicate information about what carbon neutrality is. I'll be addressing three main points. And the first is to explain definition of carbon neutrality and background of its discussion. Next, I will explain what can happen if carbon neutrality is not achieved. And finally, I would like to tell you about the policies for carbon neutrality and how to practice them in our lives. The presentation should last about 5 minutes. So, first of all, I will explain the definition of carbon neutrality. It means a state in which emissions from human activities are reduced as much as possible to prevent an increase in the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and the absorption is increased, resulting in a net emission of zero. So where did this carbon neutral policy start? It's global warming. Everyone will know that the problem caused by global warming is a serious situation. The IPCC believes that the increase in global temperature is likely to exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius soon. However, if it rises above 1.5 degrees Celsius, human power cannot prevent subsequent climate change. Since many problems are caused by carbon dioxide, especially among many greenhouse gases, efforts are being made to establish and implement carbon neutral policies worldwide to reduce this. My next point is what can happen when carbon neutrality is not achieved. If current emissions are maintained, the global temperature will rise further. If the Earth temperature rises by 1 degree, the Arctic glaciers melt and sea levels rise, sinking coastal areas. When the temperature rises 2 degrees Celsius, the sea warms up and the coral layer dies. As we saw in the last TED video, coral is a key creature, so the death of the coral layer damages the entire marine ecosystem. A 3-degree rise would lead to repeated droughts and floods, and the fight to secure water would begin. In addition, diseases such as malaria become common, and everyone starts moving to safe areas. Finally, a 6-degree rise would lead to mass extinction. Human beings can disappear from the earth. Therefore, the world is working with the same mind on carbon neutrality to avoid this future. Finally, I will introduce a way to reduce carbon emission in everyday life. What individuals can practice is simpler than they think. Thoroughly collecting and reducing disposable products can help. Also, using public transportation. If you use public transportation instead of your own car, you can reduce about 99,000 tons of carbon per day. What's interesting is that reducing shower time also helps reduce carbon emissions. In the process of purifying and transporting water, a lot of carbon is emitted. So reducing shower time can help carbon neutrality. Let me summarize what we've looked at. The Earth is now at a critical point of survival of mankind and the maintenance of the Earth's environment. Almost everything around us starts with carbon and ends with it. With a little effort, our lives could be turned into low-carbon lives. I hope everyone knows the seriousness of the current situation and changes together to maintain a beautiful Earth. Thank you for your attention.